Hello, everyone. Good evening, and wow, it's just been a while since I did a live video here on this platform, and I am so happy. I just decided to come on this platform to share with you briefly certain things that I have been working on, and I just hope that it'll be of benefit to you. And really, this last few weeks have been sort of like a roller coaster for me. I've had to deal with health issues, family issues, and our Live to Lead broadcast on October 9th. Oh, yes, that was so amazing. I want to start today by giving a shout out to my friend, my encourager, my mentor, BC Akonde, who is turning 50 today. Today is his golden jubilee, and it's just been so amazing. So, BC has been running 50 days of Thanksgiving prior to today, where every day he comes online to do a Thanksgiving video, praising God, thanking God for his life and all the things that God is doing in his life. And it's just been amazing. Okay, so today I want to share with you briefly on how to create your best future self. Your best future self. You see, I found out that it is very important, highly necessary that we pause and take time to reflect on who we are, where we are, and where we want to be. So when we take time to reflect on who we are currently, where we are, where we want to be, it gives us power, it energizes us, and it gives us the ability to hold fast to those goals that we have set for ourselves. Yesterday, I had a session with a fantastic, amazing group of people. And one of the exercises I did with them was the exercise on creating your best future self, which was really more about visualizing who you are becoming. During our last Live to Lead session on October 9th, one of the speakers, Ed Millett, said something really profound that stuck to me. By the way, Ed Millett was my favorite speaker on that day. All the speakers were fantastic. Jeff Henderson, Valerie Burton, Jamie Conlima, and of course, John C. Maxwell. But for me, Ed Millett just he spoke right into my heart and touched me. So really, if I know you've heard me, you saw the post about Live to Lead and all the things I said about Live to Lead, getting the pass, being part of it, you can still have access to the replay. So if you're interested in that, just reach out to me and I will show you how you can buy a 3 days access to the replay. And I tell you, it is worth every second of your time. Okay, so Ed Millett said something really profound. He said that when we get to heaven, we are going to be introduced to the man or woman we could have been. So imagine on that day you're standing before God and God shows you your life. He shows you a run show of your life, and he shows you the person, the man, the woman that you could have been. And he said for him, he wants to be an identical twin of that person, of that person. So if you are like Edmund, and that's my goal, that so resonated with me because that is my passion, that is my purpose, that is my mission, to be fully the person that God wants me to be, to live into my purpose, to make a difference, and to live a life that will be a reflection of that person that God is going to show me on that day. So I want to live fully. I want to apply all the gifts, all the talents that all that God has placed in me, my potential, apply my potential. And that is what I desire for you, leader, every one of you watching this, and all those who are going to watch the recording. It's the same thing I desire for you, that you will become your best future self. And that is the reason why I decided to talk to us on this topic today. So um, you can get some tips, some steps, things you can work on to become that person that God has created you to be. Thank you, Doris, for watching, for being on board. Thank you. Yeah. Now this content I'm going to share with you, it comes from the book by my mentor Valerie Burton, Successful Women Think Differently. Okay, so I'm getting some of the content from her and some of the content from my own work, my own reflection, and things that I am doing. So you need a notebook and a pen. So if you're with me, grab a notebook and a pen or pencil, because you're going to need to take some notes. All right. So I'm going to be asking you some questions, and I would like you to reflect on those questions. If you can do the reflections now, fine. If you can't, just grab hold of a pen and take note of these questions. All right, so you can ponder on them, you can reflect on them later. All right, so these reflections, this is something that I have done for myself and recently after Live to Lead, and that's why it's so important. I love Live to Lead for this reason, because it kind of brings me back and helps me to work on certain aspects of my life that I know I should be working on. So the same thing I did for after this Live to Lead, I went back to my notes and I reviewed some things I had worked on, some questions I've asked myself about my best future self, because I have a blueprint of that person that I want to become. And it's a blueprint that keeps shifting as my awareness grows, as I become a bit better at being me and being more authentic. That blueprint, it keeps tweaking. Now you want to look at these areas of your life, your relationships, your career, your finances, your health, and your spiritual life. A research by Dr. Laura King shows that Dr. Laura King is a researcher at Southern Methodist University in the United States, and she found out that writing about your life's goals is beneficial. And one of the exercises she prescribes that leads to positive emotion and health benefits is to write about your best future self in the present tense. All right. So when you write about your best future self, you define that person that you want to be. Write it in the present tense, like that person is already here. Like everything, you see it right in front of you. Okay. If you're a person of faith and you read the Bible, he says, we call those, God calls those things that be not as though they were. So this exercise is in alignment with that aspect of God, with that aspect of God, that calling those things that are not yet here as though they are here. So you're writing about your best future self in the present tense. Okay. So yesterday I had this session with these amazing people, and we did this exercise, and this lady, wonderful woman, she's she stood up and she said she wants to be the volunteer because it was a coaching session on how to create your best future self. And now I wanted to write down your age presently. How old are you? How old are you right now? That's the first step. So write it down. So this lady, she is 60 years old. So the next thing I want you to do is to think of yourself 10 years from now, 10 years from today. How old are you going to be? I am 43 now. So 10 years from today, I am going to be 53 years old. So, how old are you today? And how old are you going to be 10 years from now? And you can close your eyes when you're doing this reflection, or you can just write. So, this lady, it was powerful yesterday. When I did the visualization exercise with her, I had no idea that there was something she's working on. So she recently, her husband recently passed, and she's still in this period of mourning, of grieving, of trying to adjust to life without him. Husband of over 30 something years. And so I did this exercise with her 10 years from today. It was her birthday yesterday. So she said 10 years from today, it's going to be her birthday. So the first question is, and I'm asking you the same question. 10 years, you are in your present 10-year period. Like today is I am 53 today. All right, like this lady, she was 70 yesterday, so she's moved 10 years from that day. Okay, and it's her birthday. And I asked her, who are you with? She said and her grandchildren. She has kids now, she doesn't have grandchildren yet. Okay, so, and I asked her, how many grandbabies do you have? And she said, seven. I have seven grandbabies. And how many grandboys? Four grandboys and three grandgirls. And I have this 7-tier cake. The cake is green. And my family, my siblings, they're all around me. Everybody's happy. There is music. And I am thinking about the things that God has to do through me, because I still have a lot to accomplish for the Lord. And I am looking at the next years of my life and all the things that God is going to do through me. So this lady is 60 years present. So she is in her 70th year. It's her 70th birthday. I hope you're following me. All right. I hope you are following me. So if you're following me, please put it in the chat. Let me know I am following and I am doing the exercise. So let me know that you're following. And if you're watching the recording, please just put in the chat following, getting it. Okay. I need your first question asks is, 10 years from today, you're already there. Remember, Dr. Laura King says we should do it, visualize like it is the present moment. Okay. If you notice, I'm going to be closing my eyes as I talk. I've been closing my eyes because I'm also visualizing it. It's there. This is something that I do, and I tell you, this gives me so much energy. It gives me so much. It empowers me to follow my passion. Yes, thank you for following. Thank you. Okay, so you're 10 years now. Where are you? That's the first question. The second question is, please, you write down the answer to this question. Where are you? So let me give you a few minutes, just 1 minute to write it down. Where are you? You're answering that in the present. I am in my home. I'm in my home. And then second question is, who are you? Who is with you? Who is with you? Who is with you? So my two boys and my daughter, they are with me. They are visiting. They are visiting me. They're visiting me. Visiting from school. Visiting from school. Okay. 10 years from today, my first son will be 23 years old. So is I'm seeing the handsome young man that he is. He's so handsome. My second son is 19. He's 19. He's in the university. My first son just graduated. He graduated. He's from his. He graduated and he's doing his masters. Okay. My daughter, she's not there. I wish she's here. So those are people with me. My husband is there, and we're talking. We're happy. So visualize yourself. Okay. Visualize yourself. Where are you? Who are you with? What does the day look like? What does the day look like? For me, it's evening time. The TV is on. We're talking about the future. It's warm. It's warm. It's cool. It's a very happy time, family time. And 10 years, who am I impacting at that moment? At that moment, I am impacting my family. We're having this conversation about life, about the future, and I'm sharing with them. I'm also sharing my experiences, the work I am doing, and the book I am writing. I'm currently writing with them. So it's powerful. Now, my next question is, what is different about your best possible self compared to your current self? What is different about this person that you see 10 years from now compared to your present self? For me, the first thing that I see is I'm not overweight, I'm in perfect health, and I have short hair because I cut my hair, dyed it, looking really young, strong, energetic, full of wisdom, growing. My finances are just the way I want it. I am earning in seven figures and eight figures, but monthly I am earning in seven figures. Yes. So I want you to think about the different areas of your life: relationships, career, finances, health, spiritual life. Those five core areas of your life: relationships, career or business, finances, health, and spiritual life. Relationships: who are you with? What are the relationships in your life at that time? You know, put it in the present tense, all right? Your career, at this moment, remember, this moment is your 10-year in the future self, okay? Spiritually, how is your spiritual life at this moment? How is your spiritual life? How is your health? Okay, so design the life you want to live. Okay, when I started this exercise and I used 10 years into the future, for some people, 10 years from today is too far. 10 years from today is too far. Especially when we are young, like you look at young people, life is so full. Life is, I mean, we're living the life. So 10 years from today, that's so hard to see. That is why it's so important for us to do this exercise. Reflect, visualize yourself 10 years from today. This is how we create our best future self. What are you reading? What are you reading? Which book are you reading at that time? Which book are you writing? Okay, so write it down. Write all these things down. And I can tell you, I want to show you, like I've done this exercise. It's a deep dive, and the first time I did this exercise was when I did this study, Think and Grow Rich, with my mentor, Paul Martinelli. And it was in 2000 in 2019. And I have all these pages and pages and pages of notes that I wrote down. So doing this exercise recently again with my new mentor, not my new mentor, well, she's currently my mentor, my coaching mentor on the John Maxwell team, but I've been following her and gleaning from her since 2015, when she first spoke at Live to Lead. Okay, Valerie Burton. And she gave us this exercise to do to articulate our best future self. And it's the same exercise. I do the same exercise, not in this format, but similar, in my Blueprint for Success coaching program. When I take people through the Blueprint for Success our vision, when we're articulating our vision, we go through a similar exercise. So the Blueprint for Success coaching program is something that you need to look into if you're interested in articulating your vision, articulating your purpose, articulating your passion, and also let go of your bogus stories, which are limiting beliefs that are holding you back from achieving. That program helps us to do that, and then we create a blueprint for our lives. So what am I telling you? I'm telling you that I feel so energized and I feel so empowered, doing this again recently, going back to my notes. And that is why I decided to share it with you, so that you can begin to visualize the person you want to be 10 years from today. 10 years from today. So I look at my notes, I go back to my old notes, because I love writing. I love writing things down, and I love writing down my goals. One thing I didn't used to do was write down my goals in the present tense. But right now, I write down my goals in the present tense, okay? And that is empowering. It helps me to think of them like they're already here, which is what I want you to do. We are in October, we're in the last quarter of the year, all right? And we're moving into 2022 in just a few days. It's really a few days, all right? So I want you to start thinking about this and doing this reflection. Do this reflection. Take the time, reflect on your best future self. Maybe you don't want to do 10 years, maybe you want to just do 2022. All right. So by this time, today is October 17, 2022. Where are you? Who are you with? How do you feel? What are you doing? What does the day look like? Who are you impacting? If you're listening and you can put this in the chat, answer it in the chat. Who are you with? Who are you with? Who are you impacting? 10 years is too fun. October 17, 2031, that is my 10 years from today. 10 years from today, I would have impacted hundreds of thousands of leaders. I am impacting presidents. I am impacting CEOs. I am impacting spiritual leaders. Yes, I am impacting captains of industries. I am impacting my family. By October 17, 2031. I am one of the top coaches in Africa. A leadership development expert and coach. So, who are you 10 years from today? Who are you? October 17, 2031. Who is that person that you see? What are the relationships you have in your life? How does your business career look like? How does your finances look like? What is your desire? What is your desire in that area? How is your health? How is your spiritual life? Write it in the present tense. So this is how you awareness. Awareness of what you want. Awareness of what you want in your life. Awareness of what you want to see. So define what you want is a first step to get it. Defining what you want is the first step to getting what you want today. What do you want? This is how you create the life that you want, by defining it. And please be as vivid as possible, and write as much as possible. Be generous with your writing. So, like, I know a lot of people don't like to write. Record yourself, record it. Depending on when you watch this recording, just visualize 10 years from that day. For us now, it's October 17, 2031. So October 17, 2031, this is me. Right. So thank you very much for watching, for being with me. And if you need help, if you need assistance with this, let me know. I am available to coach you through this process, so we can work out a coaching program for you, just to through this process. And um, it's going to be released next month. Our year planning guide, year review and year planning guide. So I'm going to share that with you so that you can use it as a template, okay, to walk through this exercise. So we're going to define what you want in the different areas of your life that I mentioned. And I'm going to give you a written guide on how to do that. So just watch out for that. Thank you for being with me, for staying with me today. And thank you everyone for watching, Doris and everyone else. So um, I look forward to hearing from you on how this exercise has been for you. What was your experience? What is your experience going into the future, bringing the future into the present? What is your experience? Remember, God calls those things that be not as though they were, as though they are already here. So, this thing, as a person of faith, a spiritual person, and if you are a person of faith and spiritual, I know you understand, you get it, and let's put this into practice, and you will see how energized you're going to be as you write down your goals for the upcoming year 2022 and maybe the next 10 years. Write them down in the present tense. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to sharing with you, to answering your question. Post your questions in the comments. I'm going to read them. I'm going to answer as many as I can, and hopefully I can answer all. So I look forward to your questions. Take care, remain blessed, and we'll see you soon. Bye.